PV Sindhu remains India's lone medal hope in the badminton event after Kidambi Srikanth suffered a fighting loss against two-time defending champion Srikanth in the men's singles quarterfinals at the Rio Olympics. Sindhu scripted a stellar 22-20, 21-19 win against former world number 1 and London Games silver medalist Wang Yihan to enter the women's semifinals. A win against Japan's Nozomu Okuhara in the semifinal tomorrow will assure Sindhu of a historic medal. However, India's campaign in the men's singles ended today after Srikanth, who had beaten the five-time world champion Srikanth in the 2014 China Open final, suffered a 6-21, 21-11, 18-21 loss against the world number 3 in a nerve-wracking quarterfinal. Srikanth will now take on his longtime rival and two-time Olympic silver medalist Lee Chong Wei of Malaysia in a mouth-watering semifinal clash. The top seed beat 6th seed Zhou Tianchen of Chinese Taipei 21-9, 21-15. Srikanth thus remained the second Indian male shuttler to reach the quarterfinals after Parapalli Kashyap achieved the feat at the London Games. The former world number 3, Srikanth seemed nervous early on and was totally outclassed in the lopsided opening game which lasted just 16 minutes. Srikanth struggled with his net play early on to allow Srikanth lead 4-1 in the first game. The left-handed Chinese continued to dominate with his controlled stroke play as he engaged in long rallies with the Indian to lead 10-1 after winning a video referral. With Srikanth once again hitting long, Srikanth entered the interval at 11-1. After the break, Srikanth tried to get a hold on his nerves and played long rally but always ended up hitting a wayward shot as Srikanth continued to surge ahead. In the end, it was two unforced errors that gifted the game to the Chinese. There was a visible change in Srikanth's demeanor in the second game as he raced to a 6-3 lead. His strokes got better as he caught the celebrated Chinese off guard a few times with his angled returns and held a 6-point advantage at the interval. Srikanth tried to engage Srikanth in long rallies with some deep corner returns and then came up with some sublime winners to lead 15-8. The Indian missed a video referral to allow Srikanth a point but his forehand smash found Srikanth napping next. The Chinese again hit long as Srikanth led 17-9. A cross-court backhand return earned Srikanth another point and with the Chinese going long again, meant he had a 10-game point advantage. One smash went wide but Srikanth poured back into the contest with a superb return at the forecourt. In the decider, six-time All-England champion Srikanth opened up a slender 2-0 lead but Srikanth managed to narrow it down to 3-4 before a superb rally ended with the Chinese stamping his authority to lead 5-3. Srikanth continued to stretch his more experienced rival and drew parity at 6-6 when Lin failed to lift a shot at the net. The Indian played some extraordinary strokes to bamboozle the Chinese. The Indian grabbed a slender lead for the first time at 9-8 when Srikanth hit long and entered the break with the 11-8 advantage after producing a powerful smash which grounded the Chinese. Srikanth played some excellent strokes at the forecourt, dominating the net which seemed to worry the 32-year-old Chinese briefly. Srikanth managed to erase the deficit at 13-13 when Srikanth missed the baseline by a whisker after being troubled by the drift. A couple of unforced errors shifted the momentum to Srikanth's favor as he led 16-14. The Chinese netted one return but his disguise net shot caught Srikanth off court. A smash gave a point to the Indian, who pumped himself up after winning every point. However, the sheer quality of his strokes helped Srikanth lead 19-16 but Srikanth managed to breath down his neck with another superb smash before a rushing shot got buried at the nets and gave the match point to the Chinese. Srikanth saved one match point when Srikanth's return ended outside the court but the Chinese sealed the issue by pushing the shuttle down the backcourt. Meanwhile yesterday, two-time World Championship bronze medalist PV Sindhu stood just a win away from assuring India an elusive medal after she stunned Wang Yihan of China to enter the women's singles semifinals. The 21-year-old Indian, who came into the match with a 2-4 head-to-head record, dished out a compact game to outmaneuver the more experienced 122-20, 21-19 in a grueling battle lasting 54 minutes. With the memorable win, Sindhu became the second Indian badminton player to reach an Olympic semifinal after Saina Nehwal achieved the feat 4 years ago. It was a battle of nerves as the duo engaged in fast-paced rallies with each trying to close out the points. Some fierce stroke play was on display with the one having better control prevailing over the other. In the opening game, which lasted 29 minutes, Juan raced to a 3-0 lead after dictating the pace of the rallies before Sindhu grabbed a couple of points. The Indian made it 5-5 after Juan hit the net. Sindhu showed some good judgment and accumulated points riding on her opponent's unforced errors, but Juan still entered the break with the 11-8 lead. Sindhu, who had beaten Juan in the Denmark Open last year, grabbed 3 straight points to make it 11-12 but left a shuttle at the baseline next. The Indian leveled par at 13-13 when Juan hit it way wide off the court. Sindhu tried to make Juan cover the longest distance by pushing her to the back corner and then drawing her forward to the net, earning her a few points. The Indian used her reach to play some reverse-angled strokes to catch Juan off guard and grabbed the lead when Juan found the net. At 18-18, Sindhu won a video referral to get to crucial game point advantage after once again Juan's return buried at the net. What came next was the longest rally, which ended with Juan winning the point with a forehand return at the back of the court. The Chinese then roared back when Sindhu hit the nets. Sindhu's cross-court returns set up the next point for her, and then she earned the bragging rights when Juan missed the line once again. With cheers of Jartida Bhi Jartidi India Jatirka reverberating in the stadium, Sindhu took the court for the second game and soon opened up the 8-3 lead, much to the delight of the Indian fans. There was absolutely no margin for error as the duo tried to outwit each other. In the end it was Juan who failed to rein in her errors to allow Sindhu to reach the break with the 11-8 advantage after sealing an aggressive parallel rally with a powerful smash. Every time the 21-year-old Sindhu outplayed her more experienced rival, she seemed more pumped up as it was followed by a loud cheer from the Indian fans. There were occasional exchanges of looks with coach Pullela Gopakand, who was seen constantly giving his feedback from the sideline. At 18-13, Sindhu moved into a 5-point cushion when Juan pushed one wide. The Chinese showed great fighting spirit to reel off the next 6 points and grabbed the lead with a mid-court smash. A good return of serve made it 19-19 before the Indian secured the match point with a powerful smash. Juan hit the net on the decisive point as Sindhu fell to the ground in jubilation.